Good Sunday morning, everybody. It is November the 8th, 2020, and we woke up to this today. Yep, we have about an inch of snow on the ground. That's a heck of a difference from the 70-degree weather we had 2 days ago. Hi everybody, it is Thursday the 12th of November, and I decided to get myself some free firewood. Help offset some of the cost of heating this old house with coal. So on the days I'm not working, I'm chucking wood into that fire. Yeah, the old furnace there. Anyway, thanks to the guys at Pipeco for saving up some of this old scrap lumber for me. I'd like to get some from the other box store in town, but they all want to toss it. So anyway, on we roll. You'll have to pardon the sound quality on this little stretch of the video. I went to get the GoPro out, and guess what? It had a dead battery. Because yours truly forgot to charge it. Anyway, we're using the old cell phone today. I'm going to get all this wood chucked in the basement while it's still dry, because we are supposed to have another snowstorm blow through this weekend, starting tonight, I believe. So anyway, as soon as I get this done, we're going to take care of a snowblower. Yeah, our 20-some-year-old snowblower that still works. And we'll see what else we come up with today. So stay tuned, you never know what we'll be doing. One of the things I can do today while it's cold outside and I happen to have a fire going in the furnace is put a coat of paint on these rims, the front rims, for the Ford 850 tractor. They need to have that same color of brown paint on them as, it's kind of a grayish tan. Anyway, they need to have the same color paint as Stinky on it. So anyway, I'm going to start applying some paint today on these rims so that they'll dry as long as I got a fire burning down here in the furnace right next to it where it's warm. They should cure out in no time at all, and then we can have the tires pulled off of the hay wagon rims that go on here, and hopefully we don't need to buy new tires. So we just maybe have to get some new inner tubes, and then we'll assemble it and we're good to go. So anyway, on with painting these. This is the next project for the day. Oh, we're way low on oil. Yeah, so we're going to add some oil to this. This is the farm's old snowblower. It's about 20 years old. We're going to add some oil to it, fire it up, run it for a bit, clean it up, lube it up, and then change the oil in it. Yeah, I know what I'm dumping in there right now is going to be kind of wasted, but I want to put some oil in it, run it, so it'll get good and warmed up, and then I can drain out all the old oil that's in there. So yeah, we're gonna fire this thing up and get it down to the shop, clean it up, and lube it. Plus we're gonna do an oil change on it. That'd be good enough. So let's see if we can get this thing to start. It does have some gas in it. They only run no ethanol gas in these, so we shouldn't have any carburetor issues. Just like that. I'd wash the old bird off with some water, but with the temperatures today not getting much above freezing, I'm not even going to attempt it. That's why we're just blowing the dust and the cobwebs and the doggy hair off of it. Mother's big white St. Bernard used to have a bed right next to the thing. She shedded something awful, so most of that hair ended up in that snowblower. Now that the engine's all warmed up, I'm going to drain the oil out of it. Yep. I've got the tires aired up to the same pressure. You'd be amazed at how much an incorrect tire pressure will do for snow blowing. It really throws you out of whack. I need to actually put an elbow on that pipe so it's pointing down. There we go. I know, these are the wrong tools to be using. But that's what I had handy. I was amazed that the thing fired up on the first go. It's been sitting most all year up on the porch of the house. Oh yeah, that's some nasty looking black oil there draining out of there. That's what I wanted to do though. Yes, we sacrificed a little bit of 5W30, but yeah, that needed to be drained out. So we'll tip it back here a bit, pardon my hand, and see if we can't get, oh, I can't tip it back. I got the shift lever in the road for the forward reverse action. So we'll leave it like it is for now, and I'll readjust this and tighten it up. And we'll get some new motor oil in it and top it off with some fresh gas. I don't remember how much motor oil this thing takes. So I'm going to set that up there. And we're going to slowly pour in some motor oil in it. And as that motor oil is working its way down into the crankcase, I'll top off the engine with some brand new no ethanol gasoline that I've been buying at a local gas station on Kimberly Road. I've been buying that because it doesn't attract water like the alcohol blended stuff does, so I don't have any carburetor issues, as was really quite evident by how this thing fired up on the first go. You know, that ought to be doing that just fine. That's just below the neck there. Screw that back on. Give this another swig or two. And yeah, we'll let that settle for a minute and then check it. All right, that's had a minute or two to settle. Let's see where we're at. Thank heavens for crosshatch marks and whatnot. We're right at the full mark, folks. Yeah, we are. So 3/4 of a quart. That's what that engine takes. So now we're going to flip it up and lubricate underneath it. Kind of got the thing sitting up on its hind end right at the minute. And what I'm doing is getting rid of more of that dog hair and whatnot. But I'm also checking for stuff like that wound around the shaft of the primary auger here and getting that out of there, so we aren't ruining the bearing surfaces that rides in. And the other thing we're going to check is the gearbox for oil. And for that, it's got to sit level. Now, the last time this was run, we ended up doing some driveways that ended up having some rock in it. And you can see maybe back in here that the augers have caught rock and got it kind of wedged in between there and the back plate and the teeth there. So I'm going to have to address that next spring. It's too cold outside to do it now. But I will pull the auger out, clean that up, and then squirt a little paint in there. Keep it from rusting. Now, of all things, this thing has grease zerks right there and right there on this shaft. I thought it was to grease the shaft, but that's to keep this thing, the auger blades, from rusting to the output shafts of the gearbox. Because I don't think it goes all the way through to lubricate anything, because when I pull out the shear pins, they're bone dry. So, and there's no lubricating deals on these bearing blocks here on the ends. So, yeah, I guess they're just oilless bronze bushing. Just amazes me how used motor oil will stain this aluminum. This probably wasn't one of Tecumseh's better ideas. It's got a screw in the bottom of that cap right there holding the dipstick on. I don't know if you can see that. If that screw falls out, guess where it goes? Yeah, right down into the crank. Ooh, right barely at the bottom of the dipstick. Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to put another cord, or the rest of that cord, in there and keep going with this little project. Well, I've lubed up the controls so the chute angling gear works a lot smoother. Lubed up the traction and the auger controls, so those are working better. Got the forward reverse lubed up, it's working real nice. So let's see how the rest of it did. Give it some choke, turn on the throttle, a couple of pumps of gas on the primer, and let's see what this old Tecumseh can do. Something else I forgot to do when I put this lawn tractor away was to put some blocks underneath this front axle. This left front tire keeps going flat. It's been doing it ever since I've been running it. It belonged to my stepdad. And I think he'd run it over something. In fact, I can see what looks like a hole right there. I just happened to notice it in the top of that lug. So, yeah, there's probably a few holes or cracks in there. If I happen to remember that that tire needs an inner tube in it or patched or whatever, I will take it and the wheel in when I have the tires removed off of the trailer. These are the wheels I'm referring to on the trailer. Those tires are no good for me, for what I need to do. They're an old school 616 traction tread that was used in pickups and whatever. They're hard as a rock, so those are going to go away. And these two rims, this one here covered up in the weeds, and that one on the trailer, both have triple rib tires on them. Now, those wheels were on the Ford 850 tractor that's in the shop. So we're going to have the tires removed off of these two rims. We'll put those tires on the rims that I'm painting in the basement. And then these rims will be powder coated along with those two orange ones. Welcome to Friday the 13th of November, folks. Yeah, we got a good winds blowing, and that's one of the reasons why I don't like parking the pickup right there at the end of the sidewalk. It's because of limbs and these things breaking and dropping on top of it. I'm sitting here in the pickup, just got it moved back a little bit, and a small limb came down out of the willow tree there in the backyard. So yeah, I've got to have those trees removed or cut way back or something. Probably the willow in the backyard just needs to come out, and the one over by the well, it also needs to come out because its roots are destroying that concrete box that the pump and everything's down in, as you've probably noticed in a couple other earlier videos. So yeah, this weather today is why I don't want to be outside doing anything. So I think what we'll do this week, we'll just make this video super short and wrap this up and say howdy to everybody. Stay tuned. As always, don't forget to subscribe. The little red button right down there. It's red, says white letters in it, says subscribe. Click on that. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down, and stay tuned. We got more stuff coming. As soon as this weather kind of straightens out, we always have these winds and rain and snow about this time of year for about 2 weeks. So once this straightens out, yeah, we'll be back outside doing stuff in the snow again probably. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave. Catch up with you later. Y'all have a good one.